Today's show is brought to you by Faith Crate. Faith in a crate. Also by Pone's Arc Experience. Attend or perish. Today's topic was provided by Patreon patron Paul Marshall. Who's awesome? Paul Marshall. That's who.
So, they're saying the reason for the bad reviews is because of a vast conspiracy theory between Disney and critics?
Yup.
Wait, all critics? Who's saying this?
A group of nutballs with no actual evidence are forwarding the idea that all the bad reviews are due to payoffs to mainstream critics.
What about the thousands of YouTube critics, podcast critics, and bloggers who hated the movie? Were they paid off too?
No, they think that other critics are just brainwashed sheep that are parroting what major critics are saying. Oh, and that they have a bias to favor Marvel Disney movies, so that makes their reviews invalid.
So rather than just be okay with liking something that other people don't, they've constructed an elaborate fiction that makes them seem like paranoid delusionists?
Paranoid delusionists with awful taste in movies, yes.
Well, I think...
Nope, not gonna hear what you have to say, AJ.
But I'm the conspiracy theorist around here.
Okay, fine. What do you have to add?
The conspiracy theory is good, but it lacks a key ingredient that would make it perfect!
What's it missing?
All good conspiracy theories worth anything need an element of nefarious intent.
I think the nefarious bit is the idea that Disney is trying to make more money than Warner Brothers.
That's not really nefarious, just being competitive business-wise.
Yeah, what this conspiracy theory needs is ominous, foreboding, spooky stuff!
So, Disney is paying off critics because they want to, I don't know, take over the world?
Too on the nose!
Ooh, I know! They're paying off critics because their movies contain subliminal messages to accept the new world order.
Perfect! You may have missed your calling, Jason. You know your conspiracy theory trope's pretty good.
No, it's just after all these years I've spent online, I speak denial-based lunacy almost fluently.
Ding dang it, it's a crime. It's an injustice.
Speaking of denial-based lunacy, hello, Fundy.
Let me ask you a question. Is this still America? Did we officially become a communist country last night and nobody told me?
I don't think so, but I'll have to check the conspiracy chat sites to make sure.
Oh, what bug is up your butt now, Fundy?
A bug called contract liability. Ugh. You guys know about Faith Crate, right?
Nope.
Oh, come on. It's that religious-themed monthly subscription service where every month you get hard-to-find merchandise. I've only mentioned it like 500 times over the last few months.
Doesn't even sound vaguely familiar. Is it like Loot Crate, but for Bible lovers?
Yeah, well, the first month's stuff shipped and all the subscribers are now asking for their money back.
Well, what did you send them?
Awesome stuff that any Christ geek would love to have. Here, take a look. Ugh. See, there's a miniature Shroud of Turin and some faith stickers and a door hanger that says "Do Not Disturb" prayer in session. And lastly, an exclusive replica of the cross.
So you sent them a piece of paper, some dollar store stickers, a cardboard door hanger, and 2 popsicle sticks glued together. It's exactly like Loot Crate.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. In this case, my trash becomes their treasure.
How much are you charging a month for this?
$20 American.
So don't pay him back, buyer beware and all that.
I would, but part of the agreement when they sign up is if they're not satisfied 100%, they get a full refund. Well, if that's part of the agreement, then you gotta pay them back.
But I didn't mean it. It's just part of the agreement. Because, it sounds good. But my crappy lawyer says I gotta pay him back or they can take me to court.
Well, sucks to be you.
Yeah, it does. This isn't fair. It's religious persecution, I tells ya. Well, I'm not gonna pay him back. And when they take me to court, I'll just say that it's just another example of the persecution of Christians in this country.
This isn't religious persecution. You made a promise for a full refund and you gotta pay it back.
It is so somehow. I just gotta figure out how.
Oh, I know! Tell the court that being forced to pay the customers back is against the tenets of your religion!
AJ, what have we said about helping Fundy?
That nothing good ever comes of it, but I can't help myself! Oh no, here comes the second part. You can say that technically the subscription service is like a tithe to the First Monstarian Church, and that if you lost the court case, it would be like the government is forcing a religious organization to surrender the money it needs to operate.
AJ!
I know, I have a problem. You could make it a freedom of religion issue. Dang it!
Now that is a great idea. Heck, it worked for Hobby Lobby. Look, you little asshole, you are not being persecuted. You are being held to something you don't want to follow through on and using the persecution angle to weasel out of it. Past shows what you know. We poor Christians are being persecuted all over the country. No prayer in school, that's persecution. No nationwide ban on abortion, persecution. No mention of Jesus on McDonald's menu at the drive-thru, persecution.
Legal gay marriage?
Oh no you don't, smarty goat. I'm hip to your logic traps. Not getting what you want isn't persecution. Yes, it is. If there's something that I want and the government or society won't let me have it, then I'm being persecuted. Okay, so let me get this straight. Anytime something happens when you are not allowed to do something, you are claiming it's due to discrimination based on your religious beliefs and not because you are a greedy, duplicitous toilet bug? Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't all the time being persecuted for being a Christian, I would be able to do whatever I want. The cross on the flag, preachers in all political and judicial offices, the 10 Commandments in the Constitution, a whole country where the official religion is the First Monstarian Church by law.
So, if you weren't the one being persecuted, you would be the one doing the persecuting?
Yup, the way God intends it to be. It's been too long since us Christians have assumed our rightful place as the top religious persecutors of the world. Well, at least you're being honest about it, I guess. Still, you don't feel the slightest bit bad that you are willing to whip out the big ol' religious persecution card for your idiotic, not religious persecution when there are actual religious persecutions going on all over the world? There's no religious persecution going on anywhere.
That is the dumbest thing you've ever said. Well, today. There is actual religious persecution going on all the time.
I know what you're gonna say, and Muslims don't count. It's not just against Muslims, you myopic asshat. There are plenty of countries where Christians are being persecuted. No way, Jose.
Yes, way.
But we're the biggest and the bestest religion since forever. Well, it happens. People are denied human rights and sometimes killed because of their religious beliefs. No, see, if there was Christians being persecuted, our government would do something with, like, missiles and soldiers and drones and stuff.
Okay, no, that was the stupidest thing you've said today.
Our government routinely ignores religious persecution all over the globe. No, we don't. We're always defending people from those awful Muslims.
Sure they do. If they threaten our business interests, like oil.
Or if they have major business dealings with them, like Saudi Arabia.
Or China.
Or Atlantis.
You gotta face facts, moron. Religions are persecuting other religions all over the globe, all the time, constantly, and very few governments care. There are people being killed, tortured, and imprisoned for their religious beliefs right now. Who cares what's happening in those junk countries? In this country, there are plenty of politicians who care deeply about the oppression us Christians gotta endure.
Well, sure they do. Around election time.
Yeah, I kinda noticed that myself. I mean, no they don't. This is America, and we got freedom of religion. And right now the laws say that I gotta not follow my religious beliefs and bow down to Big Brother. So, your shallow need to wiggle out of a contract is comparable to the misery that others face in countries where very real persecution is happening? Don't judge me because I ain't getting disappeared and tortured and stuff. Persecution is persecution.
Jason, your argument has a little false equivalency going on, dude.
Yeah, well, so does his. I'm sick and tired of religious people here in this country complaining about that they're being persecuted, when in fact they're just having to live in a country where the rights of the individual trump their freedom of religion. And by religious people, you mean Christians. 9 times out of 10, yes. They compromise the largest segment of the population here, but whenever something happens in this country that they claim is against their religious beliefs, they scream about how they're being persecuted. Actually, we scream about how we're being persecuted even when things are going our way.
The problem with that is that there are Christians in other countries that are actually being harmed for their beliefs, but all you guys seem to want to care about is how legal abortion, unmarried sex, and gay marriage is somehow deteriorating your ability to practice your religion freely.
What do you guys think?
What are you doing? It's not time for that yet.
Oh, yes, it is. I know when these arguments have gone south, and this one definitely has. So, what do you guys think?
Are some claims of religious persecution dubious, and is it actually persecution when a society adopts changes that don't actually affect you or your faith?
Are some people claiming persecution to skirt legal responsibilities while ignoring actual persecution in other parts of the world?
Do politicians respond to these claims of persecution only when they can use them for political gain?
And would you be interested in receiving a crate chock full of faith every month? Each month has a theme. Last month it was Jesus. This month it's Noah. And next month it'll be Onan. Wait, Onan?
Look, Fundy, before you came in here and angried up my blood, we were talking about something important.
Uh-huh. Was it about comic book movies?
Okay, maybe not important, but much more interesting.
Just refund the money. You tried to sell a bunch of worthless garbage and you got caught.
But those Loot Crate guys get away with selling useless garbage. Those nerds love their discount crap.
That's because nerds have this weird compulsion to justify disappointing things that they've wasted their money on by insisting that they're actually great.
No, we don't.
Oh, really? So it's not a bunch of nerds that have concocted a conspiracy theory to justify their love of a movie that has been panned by both comic book fans and critics?
Touché.
Hey everybody, surprise, it's me. Are you surprised? You better not be, because I'm here almost all the time at the very end of the video, here to pimp out a podcast. What podcast am I pimping out this week? What a surprise again. It's Lemme Finish with Jason and Atticus. Again. And here's the part where I tell you that it's funny and they make a whole bunch of jokes about private parts and pooping and, you know, gross stuff, and guys having like doing it like their mommies and daddies and stuff. Are you bored? It's the same thing every week. You're supposed to liven it up, you know, bring your own, you know, unique Oswald style to it. Had a little trouble with my name there, did you? Could you not concentrate on what I'm saying and concentrate on the job that you're supposed to be doing right now? Oh, okay, Mr. Boss Man. I'll make this fun. Hey, all you jerks, go here and listen to that, or are you too stupid to do it, huh? You're too dumb, huh? You're too dumb? I didn't say attack the audience. You said to liven it up. I said to make it your own unique style. You're known for being sweet. Oh, right. Okay, I'll be super sweet. Hey, everybody, it's me, Abwa. Go listen to the Lemme Finish podcast. What was that? That was my cute voice. No, I couldn't understand a word you just said. I was using like a cute baby voice. Listen again. You laughed at your own baby voice? It makes me laugh. I'm sorry.